Hello, horror lovers. We frequently hear about people who have special gifts. However, even today our blood runs cold when we hear something like what we'll share with you in today's video. Ralph was a 28-year-old guy who really wanted to get a girlfriend. Thus, he created an account on a dating app and started to go out with some women. It was on his 4th or 5th date when he met Pauline, a young woman who lived a bit far away, but who he felt very attracted towards. They started to meet at bars and restaurants and were liking each other more and more. So Ralph decided to invite Pauline to his house for dinner. He had been living alone for years, so nobody would bother them, and they would be pretty comfortable. Pauline thought the same way and happily accepted Ralph's invitation. He prepared a very exquisite dinner, and Pauline arrived with visible enthusiasm. They talked for a while, and when they were about to sit down to eat, Pauline's plate fell from her hands. When Ralph looked at her, she was all pale and seemed very scared. He jokingly asked her if she just saw a ghost. She took a while to answer, but then she gave Ralph a very serious nod. He thought she was just messing around, but then the young woman claimed that she had a gift, the ability to see dead people who for one reason or another were still lingering on Earth. She then looked at the stairs that led to the upper floor and asked, "Who are you?" Ralph grabbed Pauline and asked her to stop it, saying that she was scaring him. However, it's as if she was in another world. Pauline then told Ralph that right on the stairs of his house was Sarah, a woman who wanted to speak to his brother Jose. Ralph couldn't believe it and asked, "How do you know that my brother's name is Jose? And who is Sarah?" No matter how much Ralph asked Pauline to stop, she seemed to not be hearing him. He was way too scared now, so he grabbed Pauline from her arm and pulled her to the backyard. "What are you doing? Are you crazy?" In that moment, Pauline looked at Ralph and started crying. She explained that it had been a long time since she saw a human soul and described the woman she just saw, which scared Ralph even more. Sarah was his brother's girlfriend from school, who died 15 years ago. Seeing her in such a bad state, Ralph decided to accompany her to her house, and during the entire trip, he couldn't stop thinking about how it would be to go back to his own house after what happened. He still didn't understand what was going on, but something changed. For days, he tried to avoid looking at the stairs, since he had the constant sensation that someone was observing him from there. He also stopped seeing Pauline for a while. He needed time to think and didn't know how to face this situation. However, they both liked each other very much, so they talked and decided to meet at a hotel. That way, they would hopefully avoid any strange situations. Unfortunately, history was about to repeat itself. While Ralph tried to program the TV, Pauline went to the bathroom, and when she came out, she screamed so hard that it was heard in the neighboring rooms. Once more, she was pale and looking at the wall, constantly repeating, "No, please, leave me alone. I don't know anything." Her weeping was harrowing and made you think that something horrible was happening to her. So Ralph grabbed her and tried to take her out of there. When they went out, many doors in the hallway opened. Everyone in the floor heard Pauline and thought that Ralph probably did something to her. Feeling more calm, sitting in a park near the hotel, Pauline explained to Ralph that Sarah had come back. Little by little, Sarah was getting closer to Pauline, moving without touching the ground, as if levitating. Sarah wanted to attack Pauline for not telling her the whereabouts of Ralph's brother. She was furious. Pauline and Ralph spent a good while outside, and once Pauline fully calmed down, they talked to the hotel's receptionist to let them know they would be leaving. That night, Ralph stayed at Pauline's house to accompany her. However, that didn't help at all. The next morning, Ralph found Pauline's dead body by his side, with a note that said, "I will find him anyways." If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it. And if you want to see more Draw My Life videos, subscribe to our channel. See you on the next episode.